Okay, let's dive in. Today we're looking at, well, a pretty unusual piece of source material. It's a short story called The Cocoa Rink of Kindness.
Right. And we're not really looking at it just as a cute story for kids.
No, not at all. We're treating it as a surprisingly sophisticated piece of pedagogical engineering, like a blueprint for teaching empathy.
Exactly. Our mission here is to give you that shortcut. We're going to pull out the tools, the psychological tricks the author is using to teach these really core social lessons.
Yeah, how does this completely fantastical setup become this powerful model for, understanding community?
It all starts with the setting. It feels familiar at first, right?
Oh, completely. The snow-covered town square of Maple Hollow, the winter festival, twinkling lights. You think you know what you're getting. Classic winter tale.
But then the author just flips it. There's this giant sign,
Welcome to the hot chocolate skating rink.
and that's the hook. The character, Mia, asks the one question that we're all thinking.
Why is the ice brown?
Yes. And in that moment, that bit of cognitive dissonance, you're told, okay, the normal rules are out the window.
And the details they use to describe this place are so specific, so sensory. It's not just brown ice.
No, it's a smooth, shiny surface of steaming hot chocolate. And this is what I find so fascinating, the magical contradiction.
What's that?
The notes say it was, and I'm quoting here, magically cool enough to skate on, but warm enough to smell like cocoa and marshmallows.
Ah, so you're taking something that's usually cold and frankly a little scary for kids ice skating, and you're making it feel warm, inviting.
Emotionally safe. You're reducing the fear of failure before they even step on the ice. The whole atmosphere is designed to be nurturing.
And the rink itself provides this immediate positive feedback. Your skates leave these chocolatey trails.
But they fill themselves back in. It's like the system is telling you that mistakes aren't permanent. They're temporary, and they self-correct.
It even hums softly, like a cozy song. So the whole environment is just constantly reinforcing safety and restoration.
But safety isn't enough. You need some kind of structure, right? To maintain this contingent magical reality, you have to have rules.
And this is where we get my favorite character, the rule setter.
The mug referee.
A friendly mug with ice skates tied to its handle. I mean, it's brilliant.
It is, because it's an authority figure that isn't threatening at all. A mug is all about comfort and warmth, but here it has the final say on the ice.
And its first rule sort of sets the whole tone.
It really does. Skate carefully. Spills are for sipping, not slipping.
I love that. It's playful, but there's a serious message there. It's foreshadowing that everything on this rink, even a mistake, can become a shared resource.
Exactly. And that careful setup, the magical boundaries, and this quirky authority figure, it's all just preparing you for the real drama of the story.
Which isn't about whether you can do a figure eight.
No, it's all about how you behave with other people.
Which takes us right to Max and Toby.
The first demonstration of kindness in action.
Mm.
So you've got Max, who's just full of energy, skating way too fast.
And then PLOP?
A huge splash. That's the sound of a social mistake, right? His individual action has a negative impact on the shared space.
But the consequence isn't a timeout. It's something else.
It's restorative, and it's immediate. This is that mechanism of instant reciprocity. The moment he makes the splash, a marshmallow pops up.
And the mug referee is right there. Penalty, 1 marshmallow share.
So Max is forced to take the direct result of his carelessness, this marshmallow, and use it to connect with someone.
He has to give it to Toby, who's just watching from the side, too nervous to even try skating.
And that's such a powerful lesson. It links an aggressive action, skating too fast, directly to a required act of kindness. It teaches that carelessness creates a kind of social debt.
A debt that has to be paid back to the community. That's surprisingly complex for a kid's story.
It's a very sophisticated model of resource management, just, dressed up with marshmallows.
Okay, but hang on. If the point is to teach kids to be good, why does the kindness have to be enforced by a magic mug? Shouldn't they just want to be nice?
That's a great question. And I think the story's answer is that community health isn't automatic. It's conditional. The magic only works if you participate. Max isn't punished, but his action is immediately redirected to be inclusive.
So kindness is sometimes a required repair. You have to fix the little disruptions you cause.
Exactly. Which brings us to the biggest lesson, helping. Toby is still on the sidelines, and he says what every beginner's thinking.
I might fall.
And this is where the design of the story is just beautiful. It doesn't put all the pressure on the other kids to solve this. The environment itself steps in.
The rink whispers.
The rink whispers. This ice is made for helping.
That's amazing. It's like emotional scaffolding. The space itself is telling you what the correct behavior is. It's not just a nice thing to do, it's the default setting.
Absolutely. And the kids immediately internalize it. Mia holds Toby's hand. Harper skates next to him, really slow and steady. They're working together to reduce his risk.
And it works. They're all gliding together, laughing, and the story says the marshmallows are bobbing next to them like cheering fans.
The whole system is engineered to reward collaboration. The social reward is visible. It's tangible.
You can see how that would create a ripple effect.
Oh, it does. It becomes the model for how to behave. The fast skaters slow down on their own, the beginners get more confident, and suddenly the splashes aren't annoyances anymore.
They're shared treats.
The community starts to self-regulate because they've learned that these shared behaviors are tied directly to a clear reward, getting to keep enjoying the magic.
So let's synthesize that. Let's get to the core lesson here.
Right. It all comes down to the mug referee's final statement, the one that ties it all together.
The mug clinks its little handle and says the most important rule of all.
This rink stays smooth only when skaters care for one another.
And that's it, right there. The quality of the whole experience depends entirely on their behavior.
It's contingent. The smoothness of the ice, which is really just a stand-in for joy and fun and ease. It's not a permanent feature. It's a direct reflection of the group's empathy.
So if you think about it in real-world terms, the rink smoothness is like social infrastructure.
Yes. When we get impatient or ignore the beginners in any group, we're creating bumps and friction in the system. The quality of the shared space gets worse because of individual carelessness.
If the kids hadn't helped Toby, the ice would have gotten rough, and it wouldn't have been fun for anyone, not even the fast skaters.
Exactly. Emotional maintenance is a prerequisite for communal benefit. It's something you have to do to keep the good thing going.
The story then wraps this up so beautifully. The festival ends, and the magic fades.
The hot chocolate turns back into regular ice. The sign disappears. The explicit magic is gone.
But the reward, the real reward, is still there. Mugs of hot cocoa are left for everyone.
It reinforces that the internal rewards, the warmth of connection, are what you get to keep, long after the spectacle is over.
And Mia, who started all this with that simple question, she gets the final word. She's holding her mug, and she just says,
That was the warmest skating rink ever.
and the warmth she's talking about has nothing to do with temperature, does it?
Not at all. It's relational warmth.
No.
It came from helping, from laughing together, from the patience it took to include Toby.
It's just such an elegant conclusion. It shows that the emotional return you get from being kind is so much bigger than the temporary thrill of just skating fast by yourself.
The ultimate nugget of knowledge from this whole thing is really profound. When kindness leads the way, even the coldest places feel warm. It reframes that emotional labor as the true source of satisfaction.
It's an incredible model. It really shows how friction in any system, an office, a family is, usually because someone's not being patient. And the only way to make things smooth again is through, well, active inclusion.
It really makes you think about how we design our own environments.
Yeah.
Digital spaces, physical ones. How can we build them to reward generosity? Every space we're in is a kind of rink.
Absolutely. And our actions affect how smooth the ice is for everyone else. So here's our final thought for you to take with you today. If that hot chocolate rink needed active kindness to stay smooth and warm, what's one small act of patience or sharing that you can do today to keep the ice smooth and welcoming in your own life?
Maybe keep the magic alive just a little bit longer. Until next time, keep looking for the hidden rules.
And keep things warm.